Hi, we'll be looking at section 5.6, which deals with independent events and the probability of them. So independent events are if the probability of a second event occurring does not depend on the first event. So for example, flipping a coin and drawing a card are completely unrelated and therefore do not impact each other or the probability of each other. To get the probability of both events occurring, we multiply probability of our first event times the probability of our second event. And then if we had additional events, we'd multiply by the probabilities of those as well. Now, for example, a family has two children. What are the probability that they're both boys? And what's the probability that they're a boy and a girl? So we're going to have P, A, and B equals P of A times P of B. Now, probability of first one's a boy would just be 1/2. And then probability of the second one being a boy would be 1/2. Multiply those together and our probability is 1/4 or 25%. For B, we're going to have to do two different calculations because we could do probability of we have a boy and then a girl, which would be probability of boy times probability of girl. So probability of boy would be 1/2 times the probability of girl, which is 1/2, which is 1/4. But we could also have a firstborn being a girl and the second being a boy. So we'd have probability of the girl times probability of the boy. So we'd have 1/2 times 1/2. So we get 1/4. We add those together, we get 1/2. So 50% odds. We'll look at another example. A standard die is rolled twice. Determine the probability of the following. First roll is a 1 and the second is a 6. And then part B, if the first roll is greater than 4 and the second roll is even. So for A, we'd have probability of a 1 and a 6 is equal to probability of rolling the 1 times the probability of rolling the 6. So that's just going to be 1/6 times 1/6, which is 1/36. Now B, we've got probability that greater than 4. So probability that's greater than 4. And the second is even. So we'd have probability that's greater than 4 times the probability of even. Now greater than 4, that'd only be 5 and 6. So that's 2 out of possible 6 possibilities. And even is exactly half of them, so 3 out of 6. Multiply those together, reduce the lowest terms, and we get 1/6.